Hello, this is Spyderrock, and welcome to an update to my QuestCraft add-on. This is my add-on that has you go out and complete quests to either go and bring back items or go fight bosses and get loot in return. I'm working on an add-on pack, as many of you know, another add-on pack, and it's mostly going to be my add-ons. There may be some other people's add-ons, but I'm updating most of my add-ons to have some new features that will fit well with this pack. So that's what I have here. I've got some new quests, I've got some new loot, and I've got some balancing fixes, and in a little bit I will even talk some more about the add-on pack, so make sure you watch the whole thing. So I guess going into this, one of the bigger changes is that I did add 3 quests. Also, by the way, channel members already have access to this if you want to support the channel. Right now is actually like the best time to be a channel member because I'm going to be releasing add-ons and things, and you'll get everything at least a day early, or at least a few hours early. Most things you'll get like a week early, but things like this, like I just came up with the idea to update this like 2 days ago, and I've been working on it since. Anyway, these 3 new quests here. There's 1 new quest for each level. That way, if you have, say, a barrel or something, there's 9 quests. For each like level, and there's 3 different levels. This is for the collection quests, by the way. So if you could imagine like this whole top half of this double chest being a barrel, you could fill up a whole barrel with different types of quests, and then when you have the stuff to complete one, you can do it instead of having like 3 open. I just noticed that was kind of bothering me. Anyway, we have 1 quest for 2 glow ink sacks, which is the common one. 2 glowing sacks, then you can of course turn it in and get some loot. I did update the loot for all the things just a little bit. It's not very different. You probably won't notice a difference if I'm being honest, but there are some minor changes to it that you may not notice initially, but will probably help with the game. We've got another one here for 4 nether wart and 4 obsidian, as you can see like this. That way if you have a nether wart farm and a good source of obsidian, there's a good way you can complete that one. And then finally we have 1 for 4 mycelium and 4 mushroom stew. I think I spelled that correctly, mycelium, and then 4 mushroom stew. So this way, if you find a like mushroom island and you have mushrooms, and you can get mycelium from that, and that way you can make a mycelium farm. You can make a mushroom like milking farm thing, and then you can do this and you can turn it in. And I need to level this guy up. That's right. Okay, so this is why I brought a bunch of these let's see, a bunch of these quest order things. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let me go ahead and just start. Oh, come on. Wait, what did I? Oh, I didn't grab the first level. I need the first level. Okay, let me start just turning these in. Get this to level 2, and then get this to level 3, and then get this all the way up to level 4. So one of the new changes, which let me go ahead and open up some of these because I did adjust these a little bit. I mainly adjusted the payments for the summon quests, so I'll show that in a second. But let me go. Yeah, here we go. I got some diamonds. I did adjust the payments for these as well a little bit, just so they weren't as overpowered, especially mainly with the shiny ones. They are expensive, but you were getting like half a stack of diamond blocks before or something like that. So you know, that was needed. Now for every, because you know how, I'm assuming you know, if you max out a summon quest vendor, you can buy a summon staff that you can use to fight off guys, and I'll show you that in a second for those of you that don't know. But now, there wasn't anything you got from maxing out a collection quest vendor before, but now when you max out a collection quest vendor, you can buy an enchanted apple. This is actually a way to provide a source of enchanted apples, because the quest vendors are surprisingly much easier to find than enchanted apples, and you kind of have an infinite supply of them if you count like wandering traders showing up as like technically a renewable source. So in a way they are kind of infinite, so you can get a lot of enchanted apples. And that's because other add-ons in the add-on pack, and just add-ons in general, a lot of them will require you to have enchanted apples as loot. And some add-ons, one of mine included, more gear, by default makes enchanted apples craftable again. I am going to be removing that from more gear pretty soon. At least I'm going to be removing it in this pack. So the only ways you can get enchanted apples are the normal ways you would in Minecraft, as well as being able to buy 1 or maxed out collection vendor. And from my testing, that is more than plenty to be able to get everything that you're gonna need. You just need to do some collection quests, and if you like over time, like I have like 6 collection quest vendors, like in just a stack of 6 after playing in a world for like you know, 15, 20 hours or so. So I'm assuming if you put in like 60 hours into a world, you know, you could maybe have like half a stack of collection quest vendors, and you could get half a stack of enchanted apples, which would be pretty handy. And I'm assuming that's what you would want if you want to do some things. So then the summon quest vendor is mainly the same. However, I did adjust the loot pools a little bit. So here, let's see. Oh, also, I did adjust a couple of the other collection quests. I got rid of the bamboo one and replaced it with one for 8 amethyst shards. That was just because, like, once you find a like anywhere with bamboo, really, even one piece of bamboo, that becomes a quest that's basically free money and is a little bit OP. So 8 amethyst shards seems good, because while that seems like a lot, it's not that hard to find a geode, and once you find a geode, you've got a source of level 1 things, so I think that's fair. I also bumped the 8 saddles one down to 4 saddles, because 8 saddles is a little much, even as many saddles as you can get fishing and exploring the world. I still think 4 saddles is, like, you know, ample, and it might even be too much still, but I think that's okay. I changed the one from 4 poison potions to 3 poison potions, because when you're crafting potions, I don't mess with potions much, so when I did this originally, I was like, yeah, you'll just, you know, make 4 potions. When you do potions, you get 3 at a time. So this way you only have to do 1 potion process to be able to complete this quest, and it's already one of the harder quests on this level. And then finally, the 8 conduits has been reduced to 4 conduits, and you'll see one of these loot things will help with that in a second. So basic summon loot is pretty much the same. I don't think I messed with this too much, so you can see it's pretty much the same. But if we have tough summon loot, I did adjust this one a little bit, I believe. Actually, no, maybe I didn't. I think I may have changed how much iron and gold you get from this. I think I might have nerfed it just a little bit, because they aren't that hard to do. But mainly, the faded loot is actually pretty different. So now, one of the things you can get is Nautilus shells. You can get these 2 at a time, as well as getting the Heart of the Sea. It makes doing the conduit quest for this one a little bit easier, because you need 4 conduits, which means you need 4 Heart of the Sea, and you need, I don't even know how many that is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 times 8. Wait, I'm not good at math, hold on. You basically, I think, need a stack of Nautilus shells, so you're gonna have to be doing these faded quests a lot, but you are able to get your fair share of phantom membranes now. But I've also nerfed the shulker shells down to 1 shulker shell, instead of being, it started as 4 for 1 faded loot, and then I nerfed it to 2 a little while ago, and then I nerfed it recently down to 1, because one shulker shell is still plenty. I also nerfed the amount of gold and iron you get a little bit as well, and you can now get the tridents that you could get before were like, they literally had 1 damage taken on them, and now they have 40 damage taken on them, just because I thought it was a little bit, not necessarily OP, but a little bit weird, like seeing a trident with like almost full health but not full health, so I gave it a little bit less than almost full health now, and it's just a little thing that you know, bothered me a little bit, that I wanted to fix. So while that is pretty much it for the update, I wanted to do a little overview since this pack is coming up within the next couple of months, and I want to help you all get prepared. I want to do a little bit of a guide on how I beat the bosses for the summon quest, a little bit of a tip, a little bit of strategy. This is what I usually do for level 1 and 2 bosses. I call it a boss pit. It's basically, you have 1 trapdoor here. Oops. I spawned a little dude. You have a trapdoor here, and the trapdoor leads you out this little water tunnel. That's kind of like an emergency escape. You also have here a door, just like a regular door on a slab with a bit of water flowing, like pushing it out. And then you have this ladder here so you can get out as well. And then I make it 4 blocks deep. Typically, sometimes I'll go for 3. So this way, if I spawn what you want to do is, assuming you have a summon staff, already, you stand in this little area getting pushed into the door. You can even like have a binding on to like hold right click or hold your screen or something, and spawn in some little guys to fight for you once you have your summon staff. And then you hop into here, you spawn your guy, and then you open the door and you can leave. And what this does is it makes all the ones that spawn around it suffocate around here. And then it makes the actual thing start to get beat up by them. And then you can go in once all your little friends die, so you can get that little bit of XP at the end. And as you can see, my friend is all good now. So why am I showing you an exploit? Because I made the add-on, and It seems like it would be weird that I'm showing you the exploits that I personally use. I didn't make this add-on to simply be, you know, just go out, fight the boss, and repeat. You know, I want this to be something that once you reach a certain level of like the stuff you have in game and how much time you're willing to put in your world, I want this to be farmable. I want this to be something that you can automate. I want this to be, you know, you could put hoppers into there, you could drop them from really high. There's a lot of possibilities. Or you could just spawn one in just like this and fight them normally. My suggestion for the faded ones, for the tier 3, is fighting them in the water because they're slower and these are normally really fast on land, and there's a very low chance of actually being able to beat them if you fight them on land. But the tough ones also work perfectly fine in here. You could spawn them in the tier 3 in the pit, but the spindler will just escape. It can just crawl up the wall, and the other one spawns a bunch of creepers, so unless your pit's made of obsidian, you might want to watch out for that. So anyway, yeah, I'm working on this pack, and I want this pack to connect all these add-ons together. So I'm updating these add-ons, and I will try to update or release an add-on like every week or so from here on out, even if it's just minor things, just to make sure that they're all properly balanced to work with this pack. I want there to be metas, I want there to be strategies, and I want there to be different paths that you can take in order to get where you need to go, in order to beat the game, in order to do everything that there is to do. So that's what I'm kind of offering here. You know, you could focus on combat, or you could focus on you know, gathering items and, you know, I don't know, hoarding, stocking up on things, and then you'll reach a point where you're gonna want to choose between both of these, working on them together, or maybe doing a different strategy, maybe doing redstone, maybe setting up auto farms, or mining, or using miner streams and things like that, which I'm also going to update soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it to here, I did want to go ahead and shout out Wither Hosting. They're a Minecraft server hosting service. They have servers for Bedrock and Java and other things as well. I personally use them for my member server, so shout out to my members and thank you. You can get 15% off with code SPY15 using the link in the description. Will support me. It's not sponsored or anything, but it is a like affiliate link. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it to here, see you later, and bye. Also, download this in the description. I feel like that's obvious, but yeah, bye.